stop what you're doing and listen to this. Especially if you want to build your own business or break out of the 9 to 5. Because this might save you years of heartache. It's something I wish I knew before going viral and spending thousands of dollars on the wrong things. This is tough love for my younger self. It might sound harsh, but it's something I needed to hear. So I'm gonna tell you a story. I realized that I was always letting other people tell me what to do. How is that possible? I started so many startups and organizations in the past, but then I started realizing I was looking for advice in the form of advisors, mentors, articles online, YouTube videos, books, Twitter threads, and actually listening to other people ultimately killed my startup. We were listening to potential investors who were not willing to invest in our startup. They were saying, what differentiates your startup? We started adding all of these different features, but what we should have focused on was how we know our users best, how we know the problem best. It doesn't matter what other people are telling us because we knew in our hearts the problem that we're trying to solve. These other investors and advisors, they might give you advice, but you know your life best, you know your values the best, you know your business and the problem space the best, and how you're fully equipped to solve that problem. And I wish I knew that the answers that I was searching for was just within myself, because I was purchasing services, thousands of dollars worth of them, looking for answers, looking for people to tell me what to do with my business. But if I had just reflected on my own values and my goals for my business, the answer was always there. I wish I said no to everything by default, including everything I was like maybe yes or on the fence about, because if it's not a heck yes, then it should be a no, even if I'm losing money out of it. You don't owe people time, you don't owe people explanations. In fact, seeing the best in other people is actually a defense mechanism called idealism. I always saw the best in people. That meant I got taken advantage of a lot. And if you truly know your values, your goals, you are focused on what you want to do, then you could become unstoppable. But focus is a superpower. I had a lot of people tell me, you're doing too many things. But to me, it was one thing. It was something I naturally already do in my life. So don't let other people define your life for you, and focus on what's easiest for you to do and what gives you energy, because you're unique, you know yourself best, you know how you excel, and other people don't know that. And if they're not an expert on you, why would you let them tell you what to do? You can of course take their advice and think about it, but the decision ultimately is up to you. And I think because we consume so many videos and articles telling you what to do, saying this is the best practice for things, this is what worked for me, but it just becomes very confusing. A lot of people don't take action on any of their ideas because there's just this inundation of information, conflicting advice, they don't know what to do. But you really just need to reflect on your values, reflect on your goals, and just take steps towards that direction. And you can always pivot from there. I'm not saying don't listen to anybody and just focus on yourself. Of course, you should listen to your users and your audience, but don't just trust them. You need to doubt them. You need to figure out, why are they saying this? Is their experience similar to mine? And that way you can build a life and business on your terms instead of just listening to other people and building stuff for them. So that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. I might make a video with a more in-depth story about this, but I was pretty upset. Just let me know if you're curious or if you have any more questions.